What's going on? What's going on, guys? How you guys feeling today? Let me know. Let me know.
Tell nobody I control you. I broke you just to hold you. They can't tell that I love you. Cause you're loyal, baby. I love when you're submissive. Love it when I break skin. You feel pain without flinching.
How y'all feeling today, guys? How y'all feeling today? Let me know in the chat box. We about to go ahead and get the stream started out. What you guys looking at today? What you guys looking at today? Definitely let me know in the chat box. Can't wait to get this stream started. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Go ahead and drop those cities in the chat. I'm gonna get started within the next 2 minutes. It is the 9:30 a.m. open, so I'm very, very excited to see what the markets has for us this morning. Go ahead and drop them cities. Go ahead and drop them cities. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling? I see my guy Marlon FX in the building. Shout out to you, my guy, man. Shout out to you. Big shout out. This guy's been rocking with me for a minute. How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? You doing good today, bro? For the most part, looking at a lot of the trades that are setting up, today is Monday, so let's go over it. Turn down the music a little bit. Where's everybody else at, though? Where's everybody else at? Facts, bro. You are a real one. Just give me a moment, y'all. So we did have Empire State Manufacturing Index come out. This was at 8:30 a.m. and refreshing the screen one more time just to go over this actual release. It came out lower. That for the most part it was greater. You know, it was a green number for the most part, but it came out lower. Actually higher, because this is negative 12.5%. We did come out higher because -6 is higher than -12. Gotta pay attention to that, right? Because this is a negative number. This is also a negative number. So if we if we get on a lesser negative number, this is an increase. So that is good for the currency, good for the dollar. That would send the dollar actually higher. Like honestly, this would actually mean more bullish dollar. Um, I know I was looking for a little bit of a retracement to kick off the week and have us come down and feel some imbalance inefficiencies lower. It's still a possibility, but I would just like to just give you guys a fair warning that this doesn't have to happen, and we can definitely continue from where we even currently are at. I just want to give you guys a warning. It doesn't have to always, retrace. We are looking for a retracement, but for the most part, we are still bullish the dollar long term, but we want to see this sell off to start out the week. What can this mean for things like maybe GU, right? Could be potential entries to get in pairs like GU towards the upside. I would look at GU buys to start out. If we can get a nice close around here, I think this is a good entry even around here for the buy on GBP USD. But we shall see. Gold is at a very interesting level as well. You know the vibes, bro. I'm tuning in from Orlando, Florida. You know the vibes. We're not too far out from each other, bro. So maybe one day I might have to slide over there. You might have to slide through. GBP USD does look good right now for the buy. It's very, very low risk. So if you were to get into something like this, I would keep the risk low for sure. $2,667. Yeah, something's been going wrong with my contracts on the pound, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Honestly, I'm not really like forcing any entries because, let's say the dollar does decide to just continue today, then what's gonna happen, right? We're just gonna have a dead day. We're just gonna have a day. Sorry about that, guys. If the dollar does decide to just continue towards the upside, what's gonna happen for pairs like gold and Great Britain pound, right? You probably have a dead day, but you have to understand your risk. If you guys are okay with a 10 pip stop loss, then why not, right? If you're okay with a 10 pip stop loss, I still do believe that this is a breaker bounce level. Now that 9:30 a.m. has hit the market, GBP USD buys do make a lot of sense. Now, it would have to continue, and we would have to break up pretty aggressively and break this high in order for me to actually want to have this thing continue in my favor. So that's GBP USD for you guys. Gold is not really moving as smooth, but that's okay. Still believe that this is a pair that we can take towards the upside. It might take a little bit longer, but for the most part, I think gold is looking great. Honestly, I took a small little risk on this trade at the 15-minute candle at the open. It is slowly not really playing like in profit as much because the open just came out. So understand 9:30 open has a very, very big impact into what the market is going to do for the rest of the day. So if the 9:30 open comes out right now and we start fading off, gold starts wicking towards the upside, then this would be a great trade for us to be in. There is a possibility that gold just actually continues going straight down. We are taking that chance, and we understand our risk to reward. We definitely are at half of the risk that we usually even use. So I'm definitely comfortable with a 3 contract position. Now, Great Britain pound also looks like a great opportunity as well. If I were to get in, I would probably get in with around 1 or 2 contracts as well and run my risk right below here. I really do like GBP USD. Looking at all of the time frames kind of just match up. That would probably be my trade for the day, aside from gold. What pair paid last week for you? For the most part, it was really just gold, right? Gold. I caught one setup on gold. I caught a little bit of this and actually held this for a little bit, but then that's it. Right? I didn't really catch this. A lot of my students did catch this. I know a lot of people from stream caught this late Asian. I didn't catch any of this, and I didn't catch any of this. So I actually stood on my hands a lot last week, and I was okay with that. I really was on my hands for the most part, not really trading that much. GBP USD is flying right now. Honestly, I do wish I would have took position. I probably will end up taking one just to 2667. I might have to take it on regular 6B. I'm only taking a 1 contract position anyways, so this is good risk. If GBP USD does continue to go towards the upside, then we should have a good trade on our hands. We'll see how the dollar wants to continue for today. Understand the risk managed that we have on these setups are good. So if they do actually decide to reverse, if Great Britain pound decides it wants to reverse, then it is what it is. As you guys see, we executed on the Great Britain pound. Let's just be patient. Now, what pairs are you guys looking at? What pairs are you guys looking at? I know I'm looking at some pairs here, and I only look at 2 pairs, so I know it's probably like a boring stream for some of you guys. Like, damn, that's it. But I have to focus on these because these are my definitely pairs that I'm in alignment with. Everybody has those pairs that they're in alignment with. So you got to always cater to that. Gold. What do you guys think about gold, right? I'm bullish. We'll see how the 9:30 open plays out for sure. Me as well. In a low risk stab right now. Just gonna see how it really plays out. We really want to see this 30-minute candle flip towards the upside. If this 30-minute candle can flip towards the upside, it would be great for our position. Euro USD. Let me go ahead and take a look at Euro USD. Great Britain pound is slightly in profit. So let's just kind of sit on our hands on that one. Let's look at Euro USD for a second. Euro USD, I would expect this thing to actually continue buying up, right? If you look at what we've done overnight for London, right? London, we were in this Asian consolidation box, and we broke out of that. We swiped some liquidity, mitigated the demand candle, and there we go. London gave us that reaction towards the upside that we most likely will continue off of for today, and see if Euro USD is going to actually give us more of that upside movement. On the 4-hour, it is looking great. We just closed as a 4-hour engulfing candle. I would continue to look bullish Euro USD, especially at these levels. So if you are looking at the EU, we're going to monitor any retest back to this 4-hour bullish engulfing candle. So if you could not get in right now, that's quite fine. Any retest of this candle right here, this was the candle, the last down candle before the up move. That big demand shock that came into the market. We didn't quite break any structure yet, but if it does, these lower entries would be your entries to actually hold for the remainder of the cycle, which is why there's power in getting in low, right? Even though there may be like drawdown and stuff, there's power in getting in low, because your risk to reward is phenomenal on entries that are lower pricing. You're getting lower pricing on like almost everything. So let's wait out on gold and GBP USD. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Honestly, I would be trading Euro USD with you guys, but I trade on the future side. I don't know how many of you guys have actually traded on the futures side yet, but on a futures broker, we do trade directly on TradingView. And with Euro USD, you can catch some nice entries. You can definitely catch some dope entries. This right here would have even been a great entry alone. But I feel like there's a lot of movement on Euro USD, and especially trading lower time frames. You are trading lower time frames. You know, I really like to trade other pairs like gold and GU, because there's less of that manipulation on a lower time frame. But if you're trading EU, stick to EU. If you're trading GU, stick to GU. Stick to the pair that you trade, and you'll always notice tendencies along the way that will let you know otherwise. So the dollar is just consolidating right now. 10 o'clock candle is going to be coming out within the next 3 minutes or so. So we'll definitely be keeping a lookout of that 10 o'clock candle. Seeing if Great Britain pound and this gold can actually give us something worthwhile. What other pairs? Are any of you guys looking at indices? Maybe NQ, NASDAQ buys. NASDAQ did actually wick down on the open and is slowly closing back bullish. So I don't know if anybody usually trades the NASDAQ, but this thing moves pretty damn quick. Like within the last 5 minutes of us sitting here, you know, some people are already up like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and are about to be up like 1 to 5. Like I know people that trade on that type of scale, but you can also be down that much in the same amount of time. So it is a definite challenge for sure. Checking back on these setups. $10 o'clock open is going to be definitely something to look at. All right, 10 o'clock candle is now in the market. For those of you guys that don't understand, 10 o'clock is a very volatile candle as well. 9:30 is a volatile time period, but 10 o'clock candle is a very volatile candle. So at 10 o'clock, big decisions are made of profit taking, closing positions, adding positions, anything you can really think of. News today or nah? There was news at 8:30. I went over it and it came out higher, which would mean good for the currency, which would mean good for the dollar. But a lot of this is already priced in, so we want to see a small retracement this morning to buy back up later this week. If you haven't already, watch my weekly outlook call. It was done last night, going over the weekly forecast, and I went over the fact that I am bullish the dollar, but I do want to see an earlier week retracement. If you guys are not in the Discord, I want you guys to go ahead and join the Discord as well. All you got to do is go to profitsociety.co, join the Discord. It's completely free to get inside of the Discord. If you do want premium access, you can also sign up to the premium. And guess what? The premium students, we've already been warned about gold. They've already been knowing about what's going on with gold and GBP USD a little bit earlier than the stream. That's the one benefit about being inside of the Discord, is that you do get a lot more access and updates way before we actually get on stream. But we'll see. We've got some time here. The 10 o'clock candle did kind of open downwards. Could be a good sign or a bad sign. GBP USD is reacting not too bad. This is not a micro that I'm on, so that's why I only put one contract on this trade. This is not a micro. For some reason, it did not let me execute onto the micro pound. But we're here on the regular pound pair. MGC. Let's see. We still got some more time. We could be a little bit early. I do want to let you guys know. Let's say that this doesn't work out. There is a possibility that we are very early. Because today is Monday. I want you guys to understand that if you guys are trading Monday markets like this, that for most of the time, I like to really skip Mondays. I really take trades on Mondays just on low risk, just to see if I can get some profit to risk on later on during the week. But I want you guys to understand, if this trade doesn't quite play out, we're going to have to look a little bit lower. We're going to have to just wait it out until tomorrow. So I just want to give you guys the plan of action, just in case for some reason this trade does actually end up stopping us out or anything like that. If the dollar does decide to go bullish here at 10 o'clock, then we might have to actually go ahead and scale out of some entries. Let's see how it goes. We have our risk on, and we're just waiting patiently. The amount of patience it takes to sit here and watch your trade and not do anything to it, it's crazy. This 1 hour candle close is definitely going to be crucial. If this 1 hour candle close can close somewhat bullish, I'll definitely remain with my bias. If the 1 hour closes bearish, then we will have to kind of scrap the idea. Playing it on low risk, of course, but still, you definitely want to be aware of what's going on gold. GU did have a pretty harsh close down on higher volume as well. But let's see if the market can actually go ahead and break any of this. We definitely want to still see that pop upwards. It is 10 o'clock. So again, anything that happens now could really influence the market. So if we start dropping, if we start going towards the upside, all the volatility is probably going to start kicking in now. Let me change the music for a second. My bad. I don't know what that was. Here we go. One second. I got more music. Definitely got more music. Alright, let me get some better music. Alright, we lit. Let's get it. Any song requests? Any song requests? Honestly, I am taking some song requests. The DJ is open. Next time I will have a DJ. My boy is a DJ, man. Honestly, I'll be sleeping. I'm not really getting a DJ right. Next time I'll have somebody running the tracks for me. But for now, let me go ahead and take this off. For now, drop some song requests for sure. While we watch the markets, while we react to the markets live. Let's see. We still do have some time left on these positions. Got about 48 minutes to see quite if these positions are going to run. I mean, these things are just chilling too. Surprisingly, just chilling at entry. It all depends on what the dollar is gonna do. If I'm gonna be honest, now seeing 10 o'clock now come in, it's getting closer to 11, and the dollar has not spilled over to the downside yet. All right, that concerns me. That concerns me. I feel like we should have already spilt over towards the downside, and if it's not, then it's probably just gonna continue. But we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. Gonna continue to watch this one. My brother Glow is immune in the chat, also looking for these gold buys. Honestly, might have to give up the idea if it doesn't react here shortly, because the dollar, if you gotta really peep what's going on, we really should have already started dropping by now. If it doesn't react here within the next 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I will probably just leave one contract on just to see if the position actually sticks. Understand, you know, I don't like being in higher risk towards 11 o'clock, especially when I'm closing majority of my profits around the 5 o'clock time frame, or before that. Yo, what's up? My guy JR Trades, Z1FX. Shout out my guy, man. Another dope trader in the game, another educator, going crazy out here in Orlando. Gotta show you some love too, bro. Killing it in the markets for sure. Gotta make this guy a moderator as well, man. Let's go. Bet. What's up? We got Jenna in the chat. Shout out to Jenna. Also, another killer trader. Feel free to drop your charts in the chat if anybody has taken any setups. For me, I'm looking at specifically GU gold. Right, these are the only two setups that I see really panning out for the day. GBP USD towards the upside is my forecast. I do see us actually reacting here. It's 10:15. It is a little bit more slower, right? It is a little bit more slower, but for the most part, I am still seeing this thing to actually continue towards the upside. Same with gold, right? We have not quite gotten out of gold, and we are still in this position. We did have a little bit of a drawdown, but we have not exited any of the initial trades that we took on the beginning of the stream. So as long as you guys remain patient, as long as you guys can see my reaction to everything live, right? We've held conviction in certain setups. In certain setups we haven't, right? But just for this one, I do actually like to see if we can react here shortly. Very bullish gold, so I would love to see a reaction here. I like to see the 30-minute candle going like this. Honestly, I like to see this. I'm going to get into futures, just doing more research on it before I hop into it. Bro, you're already a killer Forex trader. If you get onto the future side, bro, you would legit become an animal. Maybe after the stream, I'm not gonna lie, I have some stuff, but hey, maybe around later today we could get on a call and plan something. I want to show you how I set up my account here on the future side. A lot of people are lit traders, but they just don't know about the future side, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, I aim to change that. I aim to literally start a massive wave. I haven't even been talking about it. I have not been talking about it. I'm gonna get my camera on and talk about it with you guys right now. But I'm starting a massive wave. It is what it is. Nobody knows about this yet. Everybody's starting to hop on. Like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Anybody that's already on the future side already knows the vibe, because there's such a good safety net here with no slippage, no spreads, no unregulated platforms. As you guys can see, I'm on tradingview.com, logged into my broker on Tradeovate. Nothing wrong with TradeLocker. There's nothing wrong with it. Because I know for the Forex space right now, there's people that still hit me up on a daily that are like, yo, like, you know, how can I get back into Forex? How can I get back into Forex? How can I get back into Forex? And, you know, for the most part, a lot of people just are used to the MetaTrader 4. And you could still get back into Forex. Like, you could still download the TradeLocker broker. I have one on Nash Markets, right? It's still possible. Anybody that's inside of the Discord, you know, you guys are inside of the premium. You guys get a lot more access. But even if you're not in the premium, like, you guys can actually go ahead and see the brokers that I use. And I have the Nash Markets platform on TradeLocker that is working really well right now. But I'm gonna let you guys know right now, futures is the safest bet, because, you know, what if something happens to Nash Markets? What if something happens to this MetaTrader? What if something happens to TradeLocker? Right? You want to always have something. So I like futures because it's 100% regulated. And honestly, bro, like, you know, I still have the TradeLocker broker. It's all about having multiple accounts nowadays, because even futures, I mean, hey, what if something happens with Tradeovate? Like, something could always happen. Which is why I've actually been a lot more crypto focused. If you guys been seeing my stories, if you guys been seeing the posts I've been dropping in the Discord, it's been so much about crypto, because, you know, when you're getting into these platforms, understand, like, crypto, you have full custody. When you're like going onto another platform, they have full custody. So it's just a different game to play. It is really a different game to play. Obviously, it's still your money. It's still your money, like, no doubt. Like, I've had big amounts in brokerage, cryptos, all across the place, and you have access to your money. But where do you have more access is the question. Like, can you literally, like, spend right now out of your brokerage account? For the answer for most is not really. You can't really just spend. Like, think about the speed of getting your money, right? This is why I switched to futures. Think about the speed of getting your money. So let's say you make a profit today, $500, right? Or $50, right? Let's say we're up $50 right now on this trade. Guess what? If you're on a Forex broker, all right, what is the speed of that? Close out the $50, get taxed on like $5, and then you also got to withdraw Bitcoin, internal transfer, another fee, right? You could probably get that Bitcoin by the end of the day, for sure. You can probably get that Bitcoin depending on what broker you're on. Some brokers might take a day or so, but if you're on an okay broker, they'll give you that today, right? But on a regulated broker, the speed is ridiculous. Like you close a trade, and guess what? You close a trade, and you take profit, and you internal transfer, and you send it to your debit card. It's fast, right? It's way faster. No Bitcoin needed, right? And also, you guys see the execution speeds. It's just a lot of stuff is upgraded, which is why people are getting into it. So we are in gold futures. Honestly, I'm glad we took this setup. I should have dropped a chart. Did I drop a chart in the Discord? I don't think I did. I dropped it last night, but I gotta drop it again. Yo, do me a favor. If you guys are getting some value from this stream, go ahead and like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys for always tuning in. But we went very, very low risk to it as well on gold. We didn't really even like take such a heavy risk, but as you guys can see, we're up. We went into drawdown a bit. We risk managed. We held conviction. We looked at the macro trend, and we are now riding in profits. Gold, GBP USD is moving a little bit slower, but we will actually continue to monitor it. Anybody trading the indices though? Anybody? Let's go. Shout out gold. Everybody drop a $sign in the chat if you're up a bag on gold. Stop playing, bro. GBP USD is still slow behind. So if you guys missed gold, you guys see GU is also behind. Yo, shout out to my guy Free Zone Lou, stabbing gold buys as well. Bro, my guy Free Zone Lou, me and him been stocking gold for a minute. Patience, 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 family. Honestly, once we break this high, I will go break even and just call it a day. I want to also go break even on GU and call it a day. But we got some more time. So my guy JR Trade said, facts, bro. The Forex space is getting ridiculous. I'm into indices and some currencies. Bro, if you trade the indices on futures, oh my god. Honestly, when I scale up, I will be on indices more. I know I'm not mentally ready for the indices. And I know some of you guys are like on that same timeline. So you might as well just build up. I'm personally just gonna continue on gold and GU. I caught some profits on indices on futures. Caught a nice little 1 to 3 on NQ. But then immediately right after that I got slapped. So I stick to my currencies for sure. I'm just letting you know, a lot of people do catch bags on NQ. If there's anybody in the chat that is looking at NQ this morning, let me know what you guys are looking at. And maybe I'll use some of the profit that we just made on gold to actually take a position, a signal, if you will. We almost will go break even soon. Just letting you guys know. Gold did. Yes, sir. Shout out to Gold. Gold did. You heard? Gold did. Bro, tell me about it. I'm going to move my stops to break even. At least a little bit lower. Just to at least secure something. I will probably go break even real soon. But again, it's Monday. Honestly, I wasn't even planning to take a position today. But as you guys can see, we did end up taking gold. Let's watch GU because we are still in GU as well. Honestly, might close this out if it does not actually run here within the next hour or so. So that's that. If you guys are in gold, man, you guys are good. You guys are good. Let me change up the music. Again, any more song requests? Almost gonna go break even here. I just don't want to get taken out by a wicked retest. GBP USD also slowly making a move. I really do want to see it break this high before anything else. So once we break this high, then I will actually go break even on the position. We're slowly moving up. Slowly moving up.
Tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, guys. Honestly, Great Britain pound, I might just have to let it sit. It's gonna probably take another hour or two. I'll let you guys know if I end up closing it out early or doing anything, but I think this is a good risk to reward. I think this is a good trade. I don't think it really does anything crazy. Same with gold. I think we did catch a nice entry, and we have our stops reduce risk. So as long as we remain in this position, if we can break above the risk to reward is looking like, I think we can catch at least a 1 to 5, 1 to 6 on this setup right here, because right now we're floating at least a 1 to 2. I always take at least minimum 1 to 3, which is why I have this level here marked. But I believe if we get up to there, then it's probably just gonna break through all of that. I agree that we probably just break through all of that. Shout out to my guy Able TV in the chat, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Just killed a phenomenal stream, probably himself. So definitely hop on his stream if you guys haven't. Let's get it. Appreciate you, bro. I don't know if you are looking at gold as well, bro, but gold is looking great. This week is kind of slow. It is Monday, but you know, I'm taking it slow, trying to make sure that we're risk managed. I need some song requests though. Honestly, my songs need to hit an upgrade. I need to jam out on stream, just like you be doing, bro. Let me see if I get some songs. We got some good jams. How y'all feeling? I'm feeling good about this GU. I feel like GU is lagging behind a lot of the other pairs. I like 6E as well. I like Euro as well. But Euro is kind of late for me. If you're in Euro, you're in these buys, I would definitely probably hold these things out. I'm taking some partials on gold. It would be a good area to take a partial. It would be a good area to take a partial here. I think I might take one too as well. Yeah. I'm not surprised why you just took a partial. Seeing the way that we're reacting here on the 1 minute. It's an opportunity that we retrace. It's probably an opportunity that we retrace. If pound doesn't make a move within the next, I would say, hour or so, then I'm going to have to get out of this trade as well. I'm not going to hold something that's not really giving me what I want it to. It did just run up, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm glad I didn't close out. Set it and forget it. What do they say? They say set it and forget it. We're gonna play that song. We're gonna play the set it and forget it song. What do they say? They say set it, forget it. We're gonna play the set it and forget it song. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta set it and forget it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sing it with me, y'all. Gold just rejected hard. Not gonna lie. I might just go break even soon just to make sure I don't take any losses. Set it, forget it, set it, forget it, set it. Set it, forget it, set it, forget it, forget it. Yeah, nah, this is lit. Set it, forget it. If anybody's in profit on GBP USD, drop a $sign in the chat. You guys should be in profit. We entered right below this 1 hour open. So if the 10 o'clock candle can keep pushing us, right, the risk to reward is really, really great on this setup as well. Again, sometimes when you catch these good setups, you'd be like, damn, I wish I would have put a heavier lot on the trade. But you don't want to have that. You don't want to have that. You want to just always be like, you know what? I'm okay with what I have right now. And I'm showing you guys live right now that that's really how you're going to actually consistently catch these setups. And this is a 1 to 5 potential risk to reward trade right here. Just us being patient, holding it out for that. Forget it. Set it. Forget it. We are at a very crucial level here. Let's see. The level we're at right now could mean a lot, right? It could definitely mean a lot. How this 4-hour candle closes could definitely mean a lot. As you guys can see, we're in the position, right? One contract, it's not too heavy of a risk as well. So hope you guys are paying attention. Shout out to K Bankroll. Let's get it. Shout out to you, another beast trader. Let me know if you have any trades popping off this morning as well. I'm really only looking at gold and GBP USD this morning. GU is the only one that's actually going ahead and holding a little bit. Let me turn this down a little bit. Got the music way too loud. Yeah, I like gold structure as well. A lot of the people in the chat are actually going ahead are taking some profits off of gold. One second, y'all. Just getting some better music. Blue party. Let's have a blue party. It's a green party, technically, today. Ain't no blues on the futures. Except for this. This is blue, yes. So technically, it is a blue party. I just looked at gold. How you feeling about gold? I'm curious to see what you are thinking about gold. Are you bullish or bearish? I'm actually very bullish, but we shall see if this actually sticks. Right, we want to see how this entry sticks. I'm bullish right now on gold. Yeah, me as well. I like how the dollar is moving right now. I really do like how the dollar is moving now. Starting to move towards the downside. Shout out GU, man. GU was the easiest play for anybody that missed gold. GU is looking great as well. I really want to see us actually break this. I don't want to, like, I would hate for this to not break this. As soon as we get a little bit of a reaction on gold, I'm gonna go full break even because I don't like how it's playing around. I like around 235.5 for the sell on forex.com chart. I got you. Let me check that out. That's weird. There we go. XAU USD. Forex.com 2355. What is so important about 2355 to you that would make you actually sell? Like what is your confirm? Is it just, oh, the daily candle? I see this now. So as soon as gold hits this, which is around a little bit higher, but still nonetheless, the daily chart makes sense. This thing is in a consolidation range, so the breakout out of this could mean massively. Personally, I'm looking at this like an accumulation. So anybody that follows the Wyckoff logic, right? I'm looking at this as we're walking up, and I'm looking at this as we're going to go a little higher. I don't know where we react for the sell. I know we react for a sell somewhere. I'm not quite too sure where. It's probably gonna be somewhere. It's probably gonna be somewhere in there. I wouldn't even be surprised if we react even here. I wouldn't be surprised at all. You've got to always keep an eye out on the tops of the ranges and the bottoms of the ranges. Usually when we break out of a range, I like to see it continue out of that range, especially if it's an accumulation. Sometimes it's different on a lower time frame, but if it's a higher time frame range like this, I actually look at it as kind of like an accumulation, but I could be wrong. I could see, but this be some of y'all, this song right here. If anybody wants to drop any charts live on stream, feel free to go inside of the Discord. My boy Freezone Lou, he actually went ahead and took the stab on gold with me. He dropped his chart in the chat, and honestly, I wasn't quick enough. I definitely was not quick enough to send it. I was on stream and we took it, but yo, shout out to my guy Freezone Lou. He dropped the chart in the chat, and that was live. He was like, yo, he's getting ready for the stab. We should have definitely took some profit, but if anybody wants to drop any charts live on stream, feel free to drop it inside of the Discord. If you text it to me, I'm gonna send it to the Discord too, so just know it's better to just drop it right here in the chat, and I'll pull up the charts that you guys have on stream so I can look at them. Right, gold was a setup that I was looking at. I actually saw it drop a little bit, and I got a little scared out, but I saw a 5-minute candle close, and I was like, you know what, let me get on stream and execute and get everybody in this trade set up. We got about 10 minutes left until the 11 a.m. open. So let's see. The 11 a.m. close. Not the open. But whenever there's a close, you guys already know, something else opens, right? Somebody else is taking profit. Somebody else is executing on something. So I don't want to be in these positions for high risk all day. Usually what I like to do is around 11 o'clock when I'm hopping off stream, I like to really be taking profits or at least holding on break even / lower risk leading up to 5 p.m. Because if you guys are on the futures prop firms, anybody that's on a prop firms on futures, for the most part, you are not allowed to hold past 5 p.m. So you do have to close out your positions before 5 p.m. Now, that could be a good thing or a bad thing for some people. Now, for me, I always like to hold trades. So for a lot of people, they might be like, damn, that's a bad thing. How is that affecting your trading? Your setup sometimes run, and that can be your profit. And you closing out before 5 p.m. could negatively impact your trading. The answer is yes, it could. It definitely could negatively impact your trading, depending on your trading style. Because if your trading style is like that, where you like to hold past the entirety of a week or a month or entirety of just maybe even 2 days, you suddenly are opening yourself up to that long-term trading, right? You suddenly are holding positions long and kind of swinging things, and you're not really intraday trading at that point. You're swing trading, and nothing wrong with swing trading, but just understand that swing trading isn't something feasible on the future side with the prop firms. And on the future side, if you have small capital, you need to have big capital. You need to have big funds to swing trade the futures market. If you want to swing trade, that type of stuff is a little bit, it's a little bit more riskier. Intraday trading, if you guys are trading on the intraday, you guys are taking your profits before the end of the day is up. And for the most part, you're not taking two big losses before the day is up. And you have a positive, consistent growth. Futures promotes consistency. That's why most people can't actually go ahead and do it, because it takes consistency, right? You can't just get lucky on one low entry on a big lot size and hold forever. It's possible. It's possible to do that depending on your account balance and your account size. But on the futures prop firms, you're not able to hold past 5 p.m. So I just want to let you guys know that is something to keep aware of. But there are positive benefits to that. So for you guys that are like, man, why would I want to agree to that? Why would I want to have to close all of my entries before 5 p.m.? And that's because, do you guys see the types of entries that we're getting and the risk to rewards that we're getting and the spreads and the slippage? The trading conditions are far better. Far better. The entries are far better. The risk to reward, stop losses, like I take way smaller losses than what I used to take before. Because if you combine up all those extra fees and all those extra things that they add on to your positions whenever you lose, losing is a part of trading. You just gotta learn how to minimize it. And on the future side, even if I do lose on a position, I can still live to trade another day. I can still, obviously you can still do that on the Forex side, but there are a lot of weird factors that do go into your trading that are unspoken about. And this is why I've been focusing on the future side. I would say once in a while, I might hop on. What I'll do is I'll go on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 65,000 right now. And I'll let you guys know if you guys are on Nash Markets, or if you guys are on like Trade Locker broker. You guys can catch entries on Bitcoin and swing these entries. I remember one of my guys actually caught like a entry on Bitcoin with like a $1 lot size, 1.0 lot size at 11,000. He got that entry and he bought, and then it never pulled back. It legit never pulled back from his entry of where he bought. It never came back. Like, it just kept going. And I think that's like 5,000, 50,000 something pips or something on that broker. Like, that's why some brokers actually go down, because people take leverage positions like that and they catch nice entries. If you catch a nice entry, bullish entry on a leverage position, like, you're golden. You're golden. Imagine catching a leverage position, whether that be crypto futures. You could trade crypto futures. You could trade, for what I know, Trade Locker and trading on the Forex unregulated brokers, you might as well hit them hard with Bitcoin. I wouldn't even, like, I would just catch a nice entry on Bitcoin, 63,000 right over here. Swing that thing, hit them with a big lot, nice low risk, high reward. And all I need is an entry to never come back, just like that. All I need is an entry. If an entry that could just never come back like that, you're good. You're good. You don't gotta worry about taking any other trades on that account at all. You won't even have to fund up that Trade Locker broker ever again if you catch a good enough entry on Bitcoin. Let me change this song, man. I like this guy, but some artists, some of their songs are just like fire, and then some of their songs I don't really understand. Gold is reacting very nice right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with GU. I have a good risk on it, and it's just so low that it's just like I want to see it make some movement, so I'm not even gonna really even touch it for real. Like, I'm just gonna let that one rock out. Gold is gonna fly. This one is gone. This one's gone. Confirming like every single second. The daily candle just needs to close a little bit bullish. If the daily candle closes bearish, then it's probably going to be dead. So it's 11 o'clock. Honestly, like, you might as well not even look at the charts too much because it's probably gonna slow down. Let me see if we're at a good point here. We haven't really moved much, honestly. We haven't really even moved much. So I guess we kind of just leave it where it's at. GBP USD hasn't really even moved much either. I feel like they're definitely just like playing out slow. Honestly, they are playing out very slow. And I wanna have conviction. I wanna have conviction. I don't wanna paper hand, right? Even though it is 11, I'm not paper handing. I'm not getting out. I'm just looking for a good break-even point. This 1 hour is gonna be very, very crucial. With the 4 hour opening up, I want to see us continue. Holding that gold with you. Shout out to you, bro, Omar. Nothing else we could do but just remain patient. For most of the time, a lot of people would actually take a partial here. I'm glad, you know, a lot of you guys did. I didn't actually, so that's tough. My bad, guys. I'm just checking my phone real quick. If I end up actually doing anything to this position, what I might end up doing is actually letting you guys know inside of the Discord. So if you guys are in the Discord, please feel free to actually go ahead. Sorry about that. Please feel free to go ahead and send a message. Feel free to actually stay active. If you're not inside, go ahead and join up. Completely free to join up. So let's get it. Hope all of you guys are actually risk managed as well. We're not even risking a lot on this position, so that's just one trade of the week, guys. This is just Monday. We got more in store. Still waiting on this. I want to see something happen within the next hour. I'll tell you guys, within the next hour, if we're like right back down here and we haven't reacted much, then I probably will cut it at a break even or something. I'm just gonna monitor it. But our risk is actually lowered. Our original stop was like way lower. We moved our stop up like twice. Our stop is like very, very small now. Very, very small risk. I don't want to actually hold too much thinking into the setup. You just kind of want to move on to the next. NQ, anybody took any trades on NQ? Wow, that's crazy. This buy is moving. Fabulous. Sometimes I ask myself why I don't trade this. Sometimes I ask myself, damn, bro, didn't we just call this on stream and I didn't take this? Now look at this, right? Look at NASDAQ NQ. We actually did make a reaction towards the upside. And we retested the imbalance. This entry was a little harder. The one at the bottom. You would have really had to play this demand. Definitely way harder. Would have been a 1 or 2, 1 or 3. But yeah, that's NASDAQ. That was a good trade. I wish we would have actually took advantage of it, but 1 to 2, 1 to 3, we're not really sweating not getting in there. It's really this lower entry. That one would have been a little bit harder as well. So always understand the better the risk to reward, the harder the entry. Right? The easier the entry, probably the worse risk to reward that it's going for. So if you're in a trade setup and you're like, damn, like, you know, this entry is becoming more and more hard to catch, the risk to reward there is probably like insane. That's if it plays out. What if it doesn't? If it doesn't, then you kind of have to give up the idea and not over risk on it. But that's the mentality you have to have. Right? The better the risk to reward, the harder the entry, and the easier the entry, the worse the risk to reward. Like, the risk to reward is probably not the best on trade setups that are just like the easiest, right? Whatever's harder, you know, whatever's harder naturally is always going to produce the higher reward, higher result. But yeah, it's 11. I don't know what that was. Soul GPT, that's crazy. I'm gonna keep my stop here. Because the break even is just very close, so close to the stop that is just like, might as well just keep the risk in. The dollar is starting to drop, so I feel like it's only a matter of time. Do you guys see what the dollar is doing? It is legit only a matter of time until these other pairs actually follow suit. That's what I'm thinking. Patience, 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 man. If you're in profit on GBP USD, drop a $sign in the chat. I know everybody's looking at gold, but this might be a conviction play right here. This is a conviction play right here. This is what I like to call a conviction play. A conviction play is like the easiest play in the world, the most lowest risk play in the world, and it's sitting right in front of our faces. All we have to do is remain patient and hold and sit on it, and we'll make money. But a lot of other things will come in your way to distract you from the conviction play. That's why you have to have conviction. That's why it's called the conviction play. Because you have to have enough conviction to hold. You have to have enough conviction to not let go of the idea. So that's why it's called a conviction play. You gotta be convicted to it. You gotta really stay convicted to that idea. I'll tell you guys another conviction play. I just dropped this on my Twitter literally last night. Jupiter, right? Jupiter is a conviction play. Jupiter is an easy conviction play, sitting at 86 cents right now. Everybody that's transacting coins on the Solana network, they're utilizing the Jupiter and Raydium exchange. And the Jupiter exchange token, sitting at 85 cents, is going to be another sleeper this bull run. The Jupiter exchange. Everybody's utilizing the Jupiter exchange. Everybody's utilizing the Raydium exchange. What do you think is going to happen to the price of these tokens? Solana is already a big player that's taking over the space. Solana is already beating transactions of all other major chains. Imagine what happens when Jupiter and Raydium, the small layer 2 exchanges, actually start popping in volume as well. They're already popping in volume, but imagine when they start taking over, right? That's when we really see higher pricing on Jupiter and Raydium. We've already been seeing higher pricing on Solana. Jupiter and Raydium being the top 2 exchange tokens of the layer 2 transactions on Solana's network. You guys can see a big opportunity getting into Jupiter and Raydium. So Jupiter and Raydium, definitely on my watch list. Other than gold and GU. Gold is coming back down. GU though is not. Surprisingly, GU ended up running. I'm telling you, conviction play. That was a conviction play. I think gold is probably going to not really. I'm gonna wait it out. I don't wanna cut it out too early. But my original stop was down here, so low risk. I don't really even want to worry about it. I just want to make sure we don't take any unnecessary losses. Anybody in GU, drop a $sign in the chat. Drop a $sign in the chat if you are in GBP USD with me. Gold, I might actually let you guys know. Reduce your risk if you're at break even. Everybody should be at break even. Might even take a contract off if it doesn't react here. Because it's probably waiting on something else. Maybe it's waiting on this. Yeah, GU ended up being the one. So I think after we break this high on GU, I will actually go break even.
The nicotine in vapes can harm your brain development. Watch Malik's full story and get the facts at thefactsnow.com.
If this 1 hour candle closes bearish, I'm not holding. If it closes bullish, then I'll hold. Yup, GU was the one. GU actually ended up making its run up. I'm still in. I mean, I'm gonna have to actually continue to rock out because I don't wanna take a loss. We're right at break even. The risk is so small now that it's like it's your risk at the end of the day. Got 30 minutes left on the 1 hour. I'm just gonna let you guys know my thoughts. If the 1 hour closes bearish, we gotta go ahead and cut it. If the 1 hour is, actually closing a little bit more bullish, then I think it'll continue. We'll see here. So the dollar just fell over to the downside. A lot of people are probably like, damn, why isn't gold doing its thing? Me included. Me included. Dollar is still bullish, so you guys have to understand this is counter trend what we're doing right now. So we're playing something that probably ends up getting wiped. We just filled an imbalance and then just reacted towards the upside. It looks good. It looks convincing. It looks convincing. Gold does look convincing. We're back in profit. Just back and forth between profit and loss. I'm gonna wait for a break above here, and then I'm gonna go break even and call it a day.
Going to PetSmart is always rewarding. And when you treat your pet to a groom at the salon, you'll earn a
That's pretty much what I was waiting for, just a break even point. Let me get some new music up for you guys.
All the leaves are brown.
These tracks be there we go. I'm gonna end up holding this one. Gold. Let's go. I just like to see some sort of reaction upside. Honestly, I'm saying let's go, but it's now probably gonna end up dropping now. Yeah, we might have to cut this one short. I just want to let it hit its stop though. Okay. I don't want to cut it and then it just runs. I feel like this is a good invalidation point. Got 30 minutes left. Again, it's Monday, so it's like GU is probably your best bet. This is why I look at two pairs only. Right? Because you know what's crazy? I always looked at GU and gold, but I also looked at Euro, and I also looked at CAD, and I also looked at NQ. So I also was looking at 3 other pairs, and it caused me to miss setups sometimes. This 15-minute candle closure is going to be very, very crucial. It's about to be a good time to go break even on this. We could have took a break even right here on gold and actually be out of this trade and not even worry about it going to the upside today at all, which is what I might end up doing if we don't react here shortly. It is 11 o'clock, so especially how we just reacted upside and then closed downside immediately. That's not giving me any sort of bullish signs whatsoever. So for the most part, I might end up closing out this trade setup. Yeah, this thing is not valid at all. This thing is not valid. This close right over here is not good at all. So it is going to go ahead and hit us out. I'm actually going to close right now just to make sure that I don't take too big of a loss. Oh wait, I didn't end up closing. I just canceled my stop. Silly move. Silly move. It reacted upwards a little bit. I'm still going to close out though. Do want to close. Yeah. Maybe about a $50, $60 loss. I have no stop in, so that's dangerous. Might as well get out with a $50, $60 loss. Get out. I had no stop in either, so that could have ended it bad, but that's fine. We actually took it around here this morning initially, but then had to take a retest once or twice. Just closed out. Honestly, it's not looking good for this actual entry. You kind of have to recognize it sometimes. And as you guys can see, like immediately after we closed out, I hope you guys did with me. Kind of did actually run this low, because for the most part, we were stocking this up. We moved our stop up a little ticks up, and then after the initial run up, we could have took a partial. I know my guy Free Zone Lou took a partial. It just wasn't enough for me to take a partial. So I actually just ended up just moving my stop up a little bit more. You guys notice we just start to reduce risk as the time goes by. So I reduce risk by moving my stop up. Some people move to break even entirely. Some people, right, take a partial, right? I like to slowly move my stop up and take partials as we go. Would have been a good area to take a partial, man. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to anybody that took a partial right there. That was a great area. Now, Great Britain pound is probably just gonna remain to be my focus. Gold is not ready today, right? Especially how it's closing on the 1 hour. I'm gonna write this one off and only let you guys know that I'm gonna be holding on to GBP USD. I'm gonna move my stop up a little bit on this trade to reduce my risk a little bit, and I probably will be taking partials around here, 1 to 3. That's usually my average risk to reward. So I hope you guys are in this setup with me. If you guys are in GBP USD, let me know in the chat box. If you're in any trades, drop a 1 in the chat. If you're not in any trades, drop a 2 in the chat, just so I can know where you guys are at. Drop a 1 if you're in any trades. Drop a 2 if you're not in any trades. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, I see you. Safe. What trades are you in? What setup are you in? I'm focusing on GU right now. Gold is a piece of crap. You guys see this? You guys see this? I'm glad we got out of this, bro. Let's go. I'm glad we only took a $50 loss too. As you guys can see, the reason why I decided to get on stream is to show you guys how I manage the futures positions. I think after we can close out maybe like 150, I'll actually go ahead and take a little bit off. I only have one contract on, so I actually do have to hold this thing. Now that I realize I didn't take this on the micro pound, so I will have to hold this thing and make maybe like 250 bucks on this position, make back the $50 loss that we just took, and some profit, hopefully, right? So that's GU. Euro USD, let's take a look at Euro USD. I actually sold gold. I got in the morning and it took me out. Oh man. Yo, you know what's crazy? Gold, man, gold. This thing right here is it's a piece of work. I know you probably got in at the 5-minute engulfing, and then it came back up, and then it didn't produce a 5-minute engulfing. It didn't. Like, it didn't produce much on the lower time frames to say sell. Nothing was really saying sell on these time frames, to be honest. You know what? Yeah, like nothing was really saying sell except for this hidden demand, hidden supply. This is a hidden supply. I will point this out. It's a hidden supply. So what is a hidden supply? I teach all about this in my course, Currency Connect, right? Hidden supply is a candle that wicks above and completely engulfs the previous candle, yet still closes as a bearish candle, yet still closes in the opposite direction. So it engulfs the previous candle, yet still closes in the opposite direction. This right here is what's deemed as a hidden supply. And honestly, we could have really capitalized off of that entry if we weren't looking so bullish. But it is what it is. We'll get it back tomorrow, like Safe said in the chat. Honestly, great entry for anybody who did capitalize. Shout out to anybody that sold gold. Honestly, it was definitely not as expected. Great Britain pound though, and Euro USD. Let's take back a look at Euro USD. Still going bullish, still remaining on the bullish path. Like I mentioned, that 4-hour candle retest, something that's going to actually continue going towards the upside. So any entries on the Euro USD towards the upside, just like how we're stocking up GBP USD, would be a great entry to capitalize off of. But with that being said, guys, honestly, it is 11:30. We will come back tomorrow. I will have to go ahead and end off for today. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in consistently with me on the streams. If you guys got some value, drop a 222 in the chat. We will be back at it tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely meet me inside of the Discord chat. Drop some charts. Let me know if you're in any setups. And I appreciate all you guys that are inside of the Discord, a part of the premium. The premium members do get a lot of the outlooks and a lot of the biases ahead of the time. So you guys know the vibes already. See you guys inside the chat. I'll see you guys at the top or from the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace out, guys.